Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Chapter 4 of Chicken Police Painted Red. I don't know why I said Chapter 4 at the beginning. I was about to say Chicken, but then my head thought about Chapter 4, because we just finished Chapter 3 in the last episode of this series. So we are getting closer to the end of the game. We're now starting in Chapter 4. We have 2 more chapters, technically, because I found out that there is a final chapter right after this one, or right after Chapter 4, because it was like... finish chapter 4, and then the secret achievement, and then it says, no, it was like I'm trying to think what's the order. Secret achievement, complete chapter 4, secret achievement, and then it's like chapter, finish the ending, or reach the ending, is what the achievement order has been for a lot of people. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, now I know there's a 5th chapter, apparently. So yeah, we're closing in on the end of the game. We are... I don't know, we're kind of getting closer to the truth of what's going on, sort of, maybe not. Right now we're looking into Albert Wessler, aka Ibn Wessler's brother, twin brother. It looks exactly like him, which is funny to me. We are trying to figure out if he's still dead or alive, question him, and do whatever. We've already been here and just examined the room for a little bit, for a second here only, so we haven't been able to go anywhere else yet, so we're going to talk to the nurse.
Like an angel from heaven, isn't she?
Yeah, half of her's still up there, I think.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Mean. Alright, let's go and talk to her.
Of all the great wild ones.
God, I can't even see her. I want to see at least her head or face, at least.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm guessing she's a fan, a diehard fan or something.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Oh, God. When she was young, too. Oh, no.
Indeed.
Okay.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
I am kind of curious if she would be marked as a person that, in our group of people, I guess, but...
We really...
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
I like her character already, and I hate it. Because
Are
it's like...
you okay, miss?
I like her character already, but it's just too much for me because she just... The voice acting is just so, like, on point about a fan being, like, obsessed with this type of group of people. I mean, there's not many games that have it where our character's, like, some sort of popular something. Like, the last time I remember... on video, that is, that we've played was Alan Wake. Yes, Alan Wake had a fan who was like a diner waitress, and she was just so obsessed with the guy and has all his book collection and all that, and even a standee apparently. Like, she just got the standing, like the little standee, not a standee, it's like a cardboard cutout of him. It's just hilarious. And it's in her room, in her trailer, which was kind of depressing and sad, but it's like, it makes sense, I guess, that she was a big fan. But not many games have this kind of weird fan obsession thing.
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
I like how she just like, I get to finally say their names, their full legal names, instead of the Sonny and Marty nicknames.
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
God. Alright, well, there's the achievement. Police Squad. Achievement unlocked. Jeez, that was a lot of information, a lot of things happening. So she is a character, I was right. So she's the second to last character. So who's the last character then? Would this be Molly? Or would it be another character we'll talk to later on in the 5th chapter? For information, I guess. Giraffe. Miranda the nurse. Full of life, hope. She is also a big fan of us, unfortunately. How unfortunate, I guess. Her name is Miranda. She's embarrassingly huge fan. Okay, I got it. What's the stats here? Personal information is kind of climbing, so that's good. Alright. Let's talk to her a little bit once more.
Sorry, but I still can't believe it's really you.
Neither can we.
You can't imagine how wonderful it is that I can help you in one of your cases. Does this mean it will become a new book? And maybe I will be in it?
Talk to the person who writes the book. We're not the one writing it.
Miss, those books aren't really...
Don't even tell me. No. I don't want to know. Let it be a surprise instead.
She'll probably be sorely disappointed because whoever's writing these books really don't follow us at all.
No, I didn't mean...
Leave it to me, Sonny. I'm good at this. Thank you, miss. Your words are very flattering, and we are honored.
No, I thank you. I'll never forget this day.
We won't either, that's for sure.
We're happy to bring you joy, miss. Anytime.
Why are we like I feel like the Chicken Police is like a walking entertainment group rather than actually a group of people who needs to really get their job done.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital.
Oh.
Since then, we are relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
I'm guessing that's the last character on the list that we need to meet. Who knows? Because there's really not more characters to really meet, it looks like, so whoever this last one is will be the last one, unfortunately. And we might not ever get to see what Molly looks like, or what the daughter looks like, because I have no clue what the hell Sunny's family look like.
The place seems pretty empty.
Do
many people work here?
I was right. It is the last character, Dr. Quetzal, which is frankly very close to Dr. Quinzel, which is a character in the Batman comic books, which is Harley Quinn, essentially. Quinzel is her legal name, I guess.
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
Himself, okay.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
He's apparently a snake, it looks like. I can't tell exactly. Let me see what that picture is. I'm like trying to see what the picture looks like. Green tree python. So he's a python. How is he a friend if he's kind of a cold-hearted person? A cold, distant professional? Well, I mean, maybe his looks kind of throw you off, I guess, in a sense. His looks could be deceiving. What's that line from, actually? I'm trying to remember. Maybe that was what Chicken Police said in the last episode, and I just remembered it as, like, the quote for this one. Looks could be deceiving. I don't remember what that game did that quote.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Uh-huh.
Psycho... what?
Therapy.
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
Jeez.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet, other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like, Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
Why?
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
Then how the hell does he even operate this place?
I thought so.
Or maybe he's operating the place out of sheer like, whatever extra time he has, he's just spending his time trying to take care of this place. All right.
What can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Makes sense.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
True that. Well, at least certain lives.
All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler.
We already know.
The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
I mean, we already kind of knew it because of, Zip. Our excuse could totally just be Zip.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
Alright, so we have to ask about Albert here.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
That is very suspicious that we have to wait here.
It doesn't matter how big a star you once were. Ending up lonely.
I already read that in the last episode.
We need to let them know we're here first.
We already did.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
I mean, we have his wristband, and two, it's a bloodied wristband, so it could be anything, honestly.
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared.
Oh.
And we're really, really worried.
Then why the hell do you keep it secret?
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Not surprising.
Exactly.
The actor did the great job at doing the accents.
Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Alright, so we'll have to interrogate him or talk to him. Novel?
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Oof.
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
Oh, this is I was not sure what the heck this was for a second. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for a novel, but I'm like not seeing a single darn novel at all. Yeah, I can't find anything.
Is this cell like the others?
Oof.
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
Interesting.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
No.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up.
I'm trying to figure out what else is there to look at. Window?
Why do you have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others.
Yeah.
And I'm just an animal, too, like all our residents.
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient. Am I right?
It's not as big of a difference as you'd think.
I also feel like he's also wearing a mustache or something like that. It's kind of funny to me a little bit. It looks like he's wearing a mustache. All right, let's give a look at him.
A snake. I can't help it, but they make my feathers stand on end.
Oof. Let me see, is there anything else I can check out before we talk to the guy here? Doesn't seem like there's much. And I don't know if there's even a novel anywhere here. I'm just actually noticing there's no novel in here, damn it. I'm wondering how much, like, I have, like, very few novels left to collect. Or, not few, a good portion, I guess I would say. But it's, like, really difficult to know, for sure. So they're worried about his disappearance. So they mentioned that he has a disappearance. We might have a bingo that disappeared from the asylum. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's talk.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
Honestly, I do have the same habit. I just don't introduce myself and just start talking. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you're introducing yourself, you're kind of slowing the conversation down a little bit. But then again, if you want, like, it's weird to me too because I can talk without thinking about the person's name. I can just talk to the person without saying their name throughout it. Unless it's like directly to them, I guess. I'm just thinking like, because I know I've known to talk a lot about to a person, but never say names. Like I'll just be like, yeah, blah 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 blah, and it's just like keeps going on and on and on. We're just like talking about games. We're talking about like life or work or whatever, or like friends. I'll just be like, yeah, lol, whatever, yeah, whatever, kind of thing. Like, it's never really, like, you'll never really say a name in a conversation unless it's directed to a person. Like, a three-way conversation like this would make sense.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
Okay, so he is also a person who knows about our reputation.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Kind of interesting, too. He's looking at his watch like he doesn't want us to be here for that long.
Please be specific, detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Oof.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know it's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
I'm trying to think if that is... I guess, yeah, it is. Asylum is definitely for the mind, not so much as the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Indeed.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Okay. Trying to think. Oh, right, because we get to ask the questions now, that's why. Okay.
So, what do you want to know, gentlemen?
Yeah, I want to see what he
Let's
has.
see.
I want to see if he had anything else to say beyond that. Okay, so we got 3 things right off the bat. Let's start with the order.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
10 years.
For quite some time, his first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Indeed.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Same.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
Interesting. So that means this place is funded by the royal family.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
Also, why are we getting into questioning right off the bat? Like, after that one dialogue line, we're already going into questioning the guy, which is the interrogation thing. It's kind of strange. I kind of find it strange that we're immediately gonna interrogate the guy. That's so weird.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Cloville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
Huh.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance.
Okay.
Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Wow. Sonny thinks that Zavos is actually incredibly insane.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
Alrighty. I mean, they're both lizards, so it makes sense that they both would be... Do I want to go into a question right now? We only have like 5 minutes or 6 minutes left. Fine. Let's get it quickly.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
Understood. Wow, we're deeply in the negatives here. We're not even close to being in the positives yet. Impression? Mysterious. So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
That does not explain much besides the area we're going in.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
Lover?
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Yeah.
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Okay. Another impression. Addicted to details. Why is that a thing? Tell me, did Ibn threaten you in any way? What kind of special treatment did Albert get? Which I'm gonna ask.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
Both questions didn't seem like there was anything interesting between each other.
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
Because
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Because they already know a lot about the guy, I guess?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
It's almost like they put him in temporary prison, I guess. Daydreamer's impression. How did Albert relate to you? Do you think he was a threat to others? How did you see Albert when you first met? I really don't think the third option is correct. So it's either a threat or Albert relates to you. I'd say the first one.
How did Albert relate to you?
Albert was immensely sophisticated and polite, so much so that his true emotions and thoughts could not be deciphered.
And that's why you thought of him as an exciting case.
That's right, Mr. Featherland. I see you're starting to get to know me in some way.
I'm just doing my job, Doctor.
You and me both.
Okay. Are you telling me Albert has had multiple personalities?
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Wait, they just really let him go out?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details.
Okay, I guess. Confused is another impression now. How could you let Albert leave this place so Albert could just walk in and out? You're keeping some things from me, am I right? When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time? Definitely not the last one. That seems kind of random, but it is kind of detail-oriented. Could just walk in and out doesn't make any sense to me. We just asked that question and he answered. How could you let him leave this place? You're keeping some things from me. It seems very unspecific, a little bit too vague here. So it's between the first and fourth option in my opinion. So I'm gonna say when and why.
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did.
Oh.
Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Also, the painting in the asylum probably belongs to Albert as well.
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yeah, the painting in the hallway in the asylum might be his as well.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Ooh, okay. Did Albert tell you how he felt about the painting? Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha? So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting. Did Albert tell you about his relationship with his brother? I don't think this matters because he already kind of said it already. Did Albert tell you how it felt about the painting is kind of an interesting one to ask. Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha? Which is also really good to ask as well. So did he left many occasions to continue work on the painting? The bottom two are like almost like nothing burgers to me. So it's the first two that I might select. I'm assuming asking about Natasha would be very specific. While the first one felt a little bit vague. Tell you how it felt.
Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha?
Only in superlatives, as if he wasn't talking about a real person, but an ethereal being, about an angel or a demon, something that is not of this world.
And what did you think about his fantasies?
We are in an institution where almost everyone is hallucinating on a daily basis, Mr. Featherland. It didn't really bother me, but the fluctuations of positive and negative were more disturbing.
Thanks, Doc. I didn't understand a word, but I think I get the point.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a negative? Why? That's a lot of information for our character, damn it. So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
So the other option that I didn't chose was the right one. Damn it.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous?
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Natasha.
Exactly. He was obsessed, right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly.
Ew.
And he was blinded in one eye.
What?
Or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert.
I mean, well, that one bounced us all the way back up. Maybe it's not the way you, it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine the wounds thoroughly? You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right? The two fellows was brought Albert back. Could you describe them? So we're looking to confuse, so I'm assuming we would choose one that's really out of nowhere, kind of weird.
Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine his wounds thoroughly?
That's what I think is the best answer for sure.
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland, but even I could determine his tongue was either cut out or bitten off, and his eye was gouged out. He also had several broken bones.
But there's no doubt it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was, Mr. Featherland.
I
Negative.
totally agree.
I'm assuming it's a negative here. Oh, that's a positive 10? That makes zero sense to me. Concentrate, Doctor. What do you think happened to Albert? Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the incident? What do you think happened to Albert? Concentrate. Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the... I think the second one seems more confusing than the first one.
Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the incident?
Mind your tone, Detective.
Sorry, Doc, but I can see you're disturbed by these memories.
How could I not be? I'm not a monster. We're talking about a mutilated animal here.
So, what was he like after the incident?
Even more silent than ever. No surprise, I suppose. He was not only silent in words, but also in his soul and spirit.
What do you mean by that?
He never painted anything again.
Wow.
And his seizures completely stopped.
Oh. Oh, that's a negative 5. That's not that bad. What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too,
Oh.
so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor. Thank you.
Alright, probably four stars in this one. Yeah, unfortunately I did a crap job in one of them to get a -10. I think if I didn't get a -10, I think I would have gotten a 5-star easily, but... Or maybe I had to choose better answers to get better percentages, but... Alright, cool. Let's hurry up and finish this episode because I'm actually out of time by a lot. Okay, cool. We can end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one or another episode of mine. I am going to need a break right now for a little bit, and then I'll hopefully come back for the next episode. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Never Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to whenever watching this. Next episode, let's go ahead and close up our investigation with this asylum. There seems to be a lot. I kind of brushed through as much as I could. I tried not to add too much commentary to what I was going through for that interrogation or the questioning, but it seems like there's a whole lot happening, and Ibn is kind of like hiding a lot. But it seems like Ibn tried to ask for forgiveness in a sense, but it also throws away my theory of Ibn being replaced by Albert essentially. Albert Wesker disappeared, but the hunch is okay. So yeah, like the assumption is the fact that Albert is technically dead, but we won't know until we figure that out. But I mean, to me, I think the reason why I think that the suspicion of him not replacing Ibn is because he has an eye gouged out. But maybe, just maybe, actually thinking about it, maybe that is Ibn, and Ibn actually stayed quiet because he didn't want to get caught up. Because they are twin brothers, remember? So they technically look the same, but maybe Ibn was the one who got his eyes gouged out, his fingers are bent to crap, and he didn't speak anymore, he was silent, he doesn't have seizure, meaning that it might not even be the guy, it might not even be Albert at all, it could just be Ibn, because Ibn didn't have those problems to begin with. So there's a huge sign that says that Albert replaced Ibn, and Albert became obsessed over Natasha, and probably because Ibn knows Natasha's past, Albert doesn't, and once Albert found out about it, he went crazy, and that's why he started doing the painting of red signs on the weekend house to Natasha, because he's trying to threaten her for how obsessed he is over her, because he did the snake doctor did state he was getting obsessed with Natasha overall. So I am very genuinely thinking that Albert isn't dead, but instead playing as Ibn or acting like Ibn. But we haven't seen him seized up in general, so he might be really good at holding himself from within, from seizing, and actually keeping himself like as a different personality thing that's holding him together, I guess. But we'll see. We got more time to go. We got more episodes to go. We're almost there, I think. But we are pretty much getting closer and closer to the end. So we'll see what happens in the next episode after I take a break. So we'll see what happens. Roz,